All right, here we go. Hour number 4 of the Matt Murphy Radio Show starts right now. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Them jelly beans showed up. Should I stay home if I eat one?
Huh?
I don't know. That's what 3376 said. Them jelly beans showed up. Should I stay home if I eat one?
He's probably talking about Goomies.
Yeah, if you're talking about Goomies, then I would recommend if this is a high-octane Goomie.
You just sit in that recliner and you
That's
don't
right.
move.
You just enjoy yourself. Just pop on the old football game if that's what you like to do. And who you got tonight, Ken?
I've got Indiana.
Yeah, I do too. I think Indiana's going to win the national championship.
I think they are too.
Hey, Ken.
Yes, sir.
Matt tried some special jelly beans earlier this week.
Oh, my Lord. Do we have those?
No, so Zach Lyons over at the sports station, he spilled them all over the floor.
Because we were going to work.
We were going to do a bit.
So we were going to do a bit, Ken. We he found a box of old of those. They're called Bean Boozled jelly beans.
Yeah.
Where and I won't be able to remember it now, but
I remember every flavor you tested.
So we opened it up because I was going to give it away, but I said let's open this thing up and see what's up.
Yeah.
And I tried one that was either like.
It was toasted marshmallow or stinky socks.
Yes. And guess which one I got, Ken?
Stinky socks.
I did. Spit it right out.
I bet.
You put it in your mouth.
And went, bleh.
And then you cursed.
Oh, my Lord.
And then you said,
because let me tell you something, Weaver. They ain't playing. They're not playing. It tastes like stinky socks.
Goodness.
So the next one was either pear
or booger.
Guess which one I got, Ken?
Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Booger?
Yeah.
Same reaction.
And so
what did booger taste like?
Like I don't know. I mean, it tastes like what I think a booger would taste like, but I don't think I've ever tasted a booger. It tastes like what I think a booger would taste like.
Ugh.
See, you thought you were going to get me there. You thought I was going to say, oh, it tasted like a booger. Oh, Matt's eating boogers. No.
You got to watch Brother Jackson. He's crafty.
See, I'm on him.
Didn't fall for that. And then we did one together. It was toothpaste or berry blue.
Yeah, the toothpaste isn't so
toothpaste
bad.
is just a mint jelly bean. It's just kind of.
Yeah, it just tastes like, kind of.
Just like regular pieces, regular little jelly bean.
And then I tried, it was either licorice or burnt rubber. And
it was burnt rubber.
I got 2 burnt rubbers in a row, and that
goodness
bad. So after all this, we said, well, we should do this on the air. We should try these on the air and give our analysis on Super Talk TV. And
expert analysis at that.
Well, sadly, we cannot do it anymore because
somebody dropped them on the floor.
I almost made you eat floor jelly beans.
What were some of the other? Do you remember any of the other nasty flavors?
It was like Tutti Frutti or Barf. You tried to get me to eat that one. Yeah. I wasn't falling for it.
I'm not going for the Barf.
It was peach or like.
What was it?
It was bad.
It was just a bunch of nastiness.
Ken, what's something you would never eat?
Something that I would never.
Yeah, just name
like
something.
A food item.
Just something disgusting.
There was a liver and onions one.
Yeah, there was a liver and onions one.
Oh, I'd eat that.
I like liver and onions.
I'd tear that up.
I like liver and onions.
Yes,
I didn't mind that one. But sadly, we will not be able to Bean Boozled.
I think we'll get another box of those because that was so entertaining for me. I can't imagine how entertaining it would be for the Super Talk audience.
Dadgummit, Jackson won today.
Woo!
Dadgummit.
Mm-hmm. I vote for Jackson. Winner's the Weaver. Put me down for Weaver. Matt's the winner. Matt wins today.
Hey. Brother Murphy making a run.
Come on now. Weaver, Jackson, Matt. I mean, does it really matter? He gets to retain the trophy anyway. I mean, it's bragging rights at this point, but a vote for Murphy. Now it's starting to matter.
That's the way to go, Brother Murphy.
Thank you. I vote for Jackson strictly because he was prepared enough to go last, and he had 3 separate nincompoops.
That's true, man. Brother Jackson was ready.
Had to go with the urinals.
But then again, Brother Murphy, you came up with one real fast.
I did. I had a backup, Ken.
How'd you guys find that one I found? That's what I want to see. We're all rooting around in the same places.
Yeah. We're tilling from the same soil. Mine was sent to me by loyal listener Shane.
I found it on a website called Not the Onion.
Not the Onion's pretty good.
Yeah.
Is that on Reddit?
Yeah.
Why? How'd you find that? I was tilling that. I thought you.
We were told about it at the same exact time.
Were
and
we?
then, yes,
tell
Bert
you-
told us.
I just typed it in. Let's see, what did I say? Naked people arrested in 2026.
You're doing it you're probably doing
I
it
do
the
that
smart
too.
way.
That's how I do my initial scan, and then I go to the specific websites when I
Yeah.
can't find
Scott
anything.
writes in and says, does the $15,000 include cleaning the urinals, or are they just yanked off the wall and delivered to your home?
That's a good
That's a great question.
That is a really good question.
How big are the troughs? Have you seen photos?
They're huge.
They're big, right? They're long.
It would probably go along that whole wall in your studio.
You mean you can buy the entire trough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're selling.
I'm telling you, boys, Buffalo Bills fans will sit in 1-degree weather
I don't know how
and
they
watch
do it.
their team, and now they're doing this.
Do not know
They're
how they do it.
crazy.
They get fans to shovel the snow off the seats before games
Yes.
and the field.
They volunteer to do it,
Yeah, you get $20 in concession credit,
and they do it.
and they do it. And people show up like probably 500 people show up to do it.
Interesting.
And their new stadium is outdoors, right?
Yes.
I mean,
they're not gonna
it is an
cover it.
honor. It is an honor for them to go sit in the cold weather conditions. That's why I don't like. Didn't the Chiefs decide to do in dome?
They moved to a new state.
Oh yeah,
They're going to Kansas.
and Missouri's all
Been out of shape.
ticked about it. Well, whatever.
Probably because they didn't want to give them tax money to build their stadium.
Well, you think Missouri would have learned, just pay for the stadium
Right.
because they lost
Right.
the Rams, and then they did it again.
So I never thought about that, but they had basically. I mean, they had
two teams
They
in
had
their
two
state.
teams in their state in
And they-
Missouri
And they lost both of them due to stadium issues.
because they tried to come off on the cheap.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it includes cleaning or they're just yanking them off the walls one way or the other. If you got $15,000, I can think of a lot of better things to do with your $15,000 than to buy a trough. Have y'all ever seen one of the? I've heard about them. I don't know. I feel like these are urban legends. The circular troughs. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's an urban legend. I've heard about them. I've never
seen
seen
It's a
one
them.
of
circular.
those.
Oh, no.
Where it's
I would not want to do that, man.
I'm not going there.
exactly what I'm saying.
No,
It's a
sir.
circular trough and there's a little tower in the center that pushes out the water to.
Yeah,
make everything go down?
I don't think
But
that.
I'm not. I'm not. You know what? I'll stand beside you, and we'll both face forward, and we might say, "Hey, how's it going? How's it going?" But I'm not facing you. Eyes up here, buddy. Eyes up here.
Man, I look straight at the wall.
I do too.
There's a small
Boom.
D2 college where you just pee on the wall in the bathroom.
There's a what?
Yeah, it's called the pee wall.
Have you guys ever been to the Hermitage Hotel downtown?
No.
I've heard
No.
that they have a really good pier, so to speak. No, I've heard that they have one of the best bathrooms in Nashville, Tennessee. So good that people go to the Hermitage Hotel just to go to the men's room, and the men's room was so I'm just telling you what I've heard, y'all. I'm not making this up. That the men's room was so good they redid the ladies' room to match how awesome the men's room was in the Hermitage Hotel.
Well, did I tell you a story, boys? I accidentally went into the women's restroom at one of these restaurants over here, just off Mumbrian. And I was like, I stepped into that thing, and it's like I had stepped into a Swiss ski lodge. I mean, it was immaculate.
Smelled good in there?
And I'm talking about private booths,
Wow.
real private
Like
booths.
Buc-ee's?
I was surprised there wasn't a TV in it.
Wow.
Anyway, I step out, and I noticed then there aren't any urinals in here.
Huh.
And so I thought to myself, man, this is really fancy. And then in comes two ladies.
Uh-oh.
And I immediately knew I was in the wrong place.
Did you just immediately...
I just put my head down. And I said, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry.
I'm identifying as a female today. Thank you.
But, man, that was a nice bathroom. Man, those ladies, they got it made.
They do. I mean, is it any wonder that they spend so much time in there? It's so nice.
Exactly.
And they're away from us. I can't blame them.
Well, unless you make a mistake and go in the wrong one.
Well, true that. 8003 says, Matt, circulars for hand washing. You're not supposed to pee in it. Oh. Hey, my bad. I didn't know. Mike, Mike, you got no patience. I was going to Mike in Old Hickory, who wants to accuse me of being an nincompoop, and then he went off the radio. I mean, Mike, I can't go to you immediately. You got to be patient.
I got
buddy.
the gist of it.
What did he say?
It was something about the boring tunnel, and you were wrong. And
what was I wrong about?
It's not happening. Apparently, I don't know.
Who says it's not happening?
Mike.
I mean, is it not happening?
I got to look that up.
Is this news?
I feel like this would have been in the newscast.
I feel like boring tunnel Nashville. Let's see if there's news. Local contractor employees stopped Music City Loop work. That was a month ago. 2 weeks ago, Nashville Airport weighs $7.5 million tunnel deal with Musk's Boring Company. I'm not seeing anything.
Just says it's faced delays.
Well, I guess that's going to happen.
Looks like a subcontractor recently left the project over payment issues.
Yeah, they were complaining. They claimed they weren't getting paid fast enough. Boy, let me tell you, I thought the boring tunnel would be an awesome thing that we could all get behind and that people would be excited about. Man, let me tell you, every time I bring it up, I get yelled at. I mean, yelled at with people on the Super Text line.
Yeah.
And people hitting me up on social media, calling me everything but a child of God, saying I'm just a moron and that if Elon Musk has his way and bores that tunnel underneath the city of Nashville, that Nashville's going to flood or that homes are going to sink into the, I don't know, into sinkholes or something or another.
Roll off into the Cumberland.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I get called nasty things when I bring up the tunnel, boy. So I don't know. I have no idea whether or not this is happening. I'm a fan. I'm not suggesting that I know what's going to happen with it. I am a fan of the idea. I'm a fan of innovation.
I'm a fan of anything that takes a lot of people off of I-24.
Well, you might get some people off I-24.
I'm a big fan of that.
I believe that this would accomplish at least some
of that
goal. Let's see. Donald Trump said earlier today that he canceled a second wave of attacks on Venezuela because of the cooperation that country has engaged in with them, citing the country's cooperation with the United States following the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife. He said Venezuela is releasing large numbers of political prisoners as a sign of seeking peace. This is a very important and smart gesture. The United States and Venezuela working well together, especially as it pertains to rebuilding in a much bigger, better, and more modern form their oil and gas infrastructure. At least $100 billion will be invested by Big Oil. He had a big meeting with Big Oil earlier today to talk about said same. By the way, speaking of the Trump administration, we had news coming out. It was less than as many jobs as they expected, I guess, in the month of December, but unemployment rates are below the floor at 4.4%. What do I mean by that? It has long been considered, at least until modern times, that 5% unemployment was basically the floor of unemployment, that there would always be people in transition in the workplace out of either a job, looking for a job, out of a job, and that 5% was kind of a floor figure that you would expect for unemployment to be. We've been under 5% for a long time now, at 4.4% as a matter of fact. One thing that the liberal networks will not tell you as they're proclaiming that we had less than desirable job results, not just in December, but all of 2024, is that we were losing jobs on the federal level. Federal government employee numbers went down as a percentage to private sector employee numbers. And you saw a nice bump in private sector employee numbers. What you did not see is the typical bump in the growth of government because of DOGE and other factors. They include all of these into one big pot, which kind of, it creates a dynamic by which you can't really get a feel for the economy on the numbers because the government should not be a jobs program. And obviously, if it's not a jobs program, we should not be applauding the additional jobs and the growth of government. A natural state of being for the government is to grow, sadly. And we have to push back against that constantly to prevent it. 21 after the hour, Skip wants to talk about urinals. We'll do that next on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. I did not have urinal talk on my bingo card today, but here we are. One of the things I love about our radio show, even as I am the host of it, is that we never know what we're going to get on any given day. Skip is next to talk urinals. Hey, Skip.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Pretty good. Hope you are.
Oh, yeah, doing great. Hey, I was driving, and I heard your talk about these circular urinals, and I had to pull over and tell you that those were a real thing.
What?
Yes. I remember them in elementary school and in junior high, and yes, it was weird then. Guys standing around, kind of looking like each other in the eye, and I'm not looking. And I got to tell you where it's from now.
This feels like a Yankee thing.
No. Brother Ken Weaver.
Yes,
I'm from the Sooner State.
Boomer.
This was in Oklahoma City.
Oh yeah,
And,
this makes sense.
No, I remember it vividly, and I thought it was really weird then, as like an 8-9-year-old. But yeah, we had them. So I just wanted to confirm that those. Yes, I wanted to confirm that those were a real thing.
Man,
wow.
well, I'm glad I didn't go to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, you're Paul's Valley guy, right?
Yes, sir.
Fields Restaurant or Fields
Yes,
Pie?
sir. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Been there many times. I don't know if it's still open or not, but
Yeah, they're
a
still
great place.
they're still putting out pies.
Oh, well, I see the pies. I just know the restaurant. They had a wooden Indian in it with and you would open up its belly. It was on a hinge, and there was candy inside.
Yeah.
So good memories, my friend.
All right, man.
Skip, thank you for the info. Well, there you go. There's a eyewitness testimonial to the fact that the circular. I always thought it was just one of those urban legends, but I guess they existed at some point. I remember when I was a kid, when you went into the bathroom at the school, they didn't have doors on the stalls.
No, man. I went.
You know what I'm saying?
Elementary school I went to in East Texas. All they had was a little bitty brick wall.
Yeah,
But
like
you
a
could
cinder block.
You could just sit there and look at the other person.
Yeah, well, ours had gotten high enough where you didn't see them, but it was barely enough. If you stood up, you could look over.
Oh, no, you sitting down, you could see each other.
Oh, no.
Yes, sir.
No. Oh, and even when I first got into ninth grade in high school, we still had those cinder walls.
Yeah.
In high school, and my ninth grade year, during the school year, they redid all of the bathrooms like one at a time, and we finally got doors on the bathroom. And I was so excited because then you could go in there and smoke without interruption.
Where did y'all go to school?
Prehistoric times,
Some of the finest institutions
Learning
of education
institutions.
you'd
That's
ever
right.
know, Brother Jackson.
So I do remember this, that when they put those new bathrooms into Thompson High School, THOMSON, no P in Thompson.
Yeah.
It did excite me because I would go in, and Mr. Davis was our vice principal.
Yeah.
And he was constantly on the prowl for smokers.
Oh, yeah. You don't do that at school, boy.
Oh, man. He would kick that door open. And so the fellas would gather, during lunch, or we would gather, between classes, and they would run into the bathroom and they would light one up. Well, and they would just stand around like the sinks and smoke. And they'd constantly. I went in and I sat down, dropped trowel, and lit me up one.
Yeah.
And I would literally be in the bathroom, and Mr. Davis would come in and bust people, and I just dropped mine in the old commode, get away with it. That's how you did it. Not that we're recommending any of that.
No. Well, I don't think they have schools like that anymore, man.
No,
There's
man.
a whole bunch of stuff like that doesn't happen anymore.
Well, when I was in school in 1990, 88, 89, that was freshman, sophomore year in high school, they were still talking about, back in the day, you could smoke at school. No, that didn't happen in our day. Jeff, I'm going to get to you, but I got to get the news right now. I'm late. I'm a minute late for the newscast on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Hello, friends. It's the Matt Murphy Show. Happy to be with you. Lots going on this week. We're trying to decompress and slide on into the weekend in the final few moments of the radio show. Jeff is in Indiana. He wants to talk about this awful shooting, a tragedy, no doubt. Hey, Jeff, how are you?
I'm doing real good, Matt. It's Friday, thank goodness.
Thank goodness it is Friday. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Hey, this woman in Minneapolis that Darwined herself, by doing so many stupid things. what I like to talk about, they keep talking about her kid was in going to a charter school. Well, the name of that charter school is the Southside Family Charter School, and from what I can gather, it's basically a bastion of libtard, because they teach wokeness and racism, and I guess, and everything else under the sun. But what disturbs me is that it's federally funded as well.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So why is if we're going to do stuff like this and everything, well, let's just go ahead and fund all the Christian schools and everything else. If they can teach this woke agenda to all these kids and everything, and I gather that's where she basically joined this group, as far as I know, that that tormented these ICE agents and everything, and tried to do some kind of a stupid protest. But yeah, I think there should be a little bit of looking into this school and everything, and see if it can't pull their federal funding for what they're teaching and everything. And heck, I don't even know. It might even have some Somali ties as well. I don't know if it's a legitimate school or not.
No, I have not done a dive. I know that it was a woke school that her kids were attending, and they were teaching them, this type of nonsensical resistance and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm aware of that. I was not fully aware that – I was not aware that it was federally funded, but it certainly does not surprise me.
Yeah, it's supposed – from what I see, it's funded by the Minnesota state tax and school tax, and federally funded as well, and if they can federally fund a place like that, then I guess they might as well just go ahead and pay for everything, Islam or Christian schools and everything else, everybody usually has a problem with. So, like I say, if you're going to fund something like that, you can fund everybody.
Well, the world has become a pretty crazy place, Jeff. I'll tell you that. Who would have thought? I'm looking right now. I just looked up on one of my monitors, and thank you for the call. I'm looking at this Philadelphia sheriff, Rochelle Bilal, or Bilal, B-I or L-A-L, who is the Philadelphia City and County Sheriff. And she referred to ICE agents as fake law enforcement. Just listen. You don't have to pull it up on the I think we're off of the television side, but just listen.
Rochelle Bilal, the sheriff for the City and County of Philadelphia. And I say her name, Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good.
Why are these people repeating her? Have y'all noticed this with leftists? They say something and they expect you to repeat it. I say her name, Renee Good. Renee, why are you doing that? Renee Good was an activist. Nobody wanted her to die. I don't necessarily want her to die, but I don't understand why the sheriff's acting this way. Oh, but it gets worse.
This should not have happened, but we're here today.
By the way, this lady, if she was a law enforcement officer of any note, if she was not some ridiculous, nonsensical DEI hire to begin with, and I'm not afraid to say it, she would know better. This is based on her language and her actions. Doing that Renee Good crap, that's an activist move. And now saying, oh, this should never have happened. How do you know? Ma'am, you do not have all of the information and the evidence in front of you. So the next time that one of your officers in Philadelphia has to pull their gun and has to exercise the ultimate duty, and that is to protect the citizens of your community by neutralizing a real present danger and threat, do I get to raise my hand and say, this should never have happened? Let's say their names and let's condemn the police. It's so
Let's know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made-up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States. Did you hear what I said? No law enforcement professional wears a mask. None.
There are plenty of law enforcement professionals that wear masks, ma'am, for plenty of reasons.
None.
Well, by the way, primarily because leftist activists that, like you seem to be, are willing to dox them, out them, and put them in harm's way and danger beyond the danger that they already experience doing their daily jobs.
Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, Thank God for our district attorney, Larry Krasner, who say he's going to lock him up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you're getting arrested there.
What the hell is this woman? Is this an appointed person? Is this an elected position? What the hell is this person talking about?
No whisk away for them to hide you. None of that here. None of that here. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles. I'm not saying fleeing, because she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way.
Ma'am, you're talking out of an orifice that is not your mouth. You have no law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles. A moving vehicle can be used as a deadly weapon. Police officers have been run over in the past, ma'am. Who are you here to defend? Are you here to defend the criminal elements in America, or are you here to defend the law enforcement personnel that put on the uniform on a daily basis and put their lives on the line? The only thing it seems to me that you're putting on the line are donuts. I don't normally go there, but good gracious.
Law enforcement professionals do not stand in front of moving vehicles invoking an action that is illegal.
What? You're not making any sense, man.
No, we don't.
No, you're not.
And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made-up, fake, what you can call ICE professional law.
You know, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Donald Trump did not make them up. They existed before Donald Trump. Why do they exist? Do I need to tell this so-called sheriff this information? My goodness gracious. These are the types of people that are leading law enforcement in these communities. Would you work, if you're in law enforcement, would you work for this lady? I sure as hell wouldn't work for this lady. But she's saying what? That it is impermissible for you to attempt to stop a fleeing suspect, even if that fleeing suspect is attempting to put other lives at harm's way?
I don't call them none of that.
And oh, by the way, are you aware that Immigration and Customs Enforcement is a part of the federal law enforcement agencies that were created by laws that were passed by the Congress of the United States of America and authorized by the executive branch of government, which, oh, by the way, the Supremacy Clause indicates that they most certainly are a real part of law enforcement and they supersede your nonsense badge?
I call them made-up, fake, wannabe law enforcement. Because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law.
Oh, it's not only legal law, moral law.
So I'm with the DA, and we will work with them. If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime, you will not be able to hide. Nobody will whisk you off. You don't want this smoke, because we will bring it to you.
Oh, she's talking to ICE now. She's telling ICE, we'll bring you the smoke. I look forward to this.
Fake, whatever they call them, because I can't say the name, but the criminal in the White House would not be able to keep you from going to jail.
You mean the President of the United States of America, duly elected by the American people? Who the hell are you, lady? Am I being punked? Am I being pranked? This is not real. This is like a Saturday Night Live bit, isn't it? I'm being pranked. I'm being punked. That's what's happening.
Renee Good should be here today. And to her family, we are saying law enforcement professionals are not the ones here in this city that would do that. But here's the last thing that I will say. Law enforcement professionals around the country do their job. And we have been fighting for years to build that bridge between us and our communities. You have one negative nutcase that causes this problem, and now we all have to fight again to let people know law enforcement works with communities. These crimes...
Oh, get this woman out of here. Get out of here. Sorry I even brought her up. I mean, what an absolute buffoon. What are you talking about? The fake law enforcement. How do you even combat this level of stupidity? I should have kept with the urinal talk. Rick wants to talk about urinals. Let's talk about urinals. Rick, good afternoon.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm well, Rick. Thank you for calling.
You was talking about the round urinals. I went to school in Watertown, the elementary school. And I'm going to tell you the honest truth, and this is going to blow your mind. The school, elementary school, was a two-story school. And on the bottom story, in the middle of the hall, we had one of them deals like y'all describing. But guess what we used it for?
What's that?
We used it to wash our hands.
Huh.
And
yeah, I know the hand washers that you're talking about.
Yeah. But y'all got to talking about that. I thought, oh, my God, they may have took this out of another school, which Wilson County used to do that, and it may have been used for a urinal.
Well, maybe so. You never know. I mean, maybe before you washed your hands in it. You don't know.
Yeah, that kind of started to cause me to develop a complex.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I need to get some photographic evidence over the weekend of these circular urinals. This all came up because of the urinal conversation that was born out of Nincompoops in the News. And out of that conversation, I asked the question, were these circular urinals a real thing or not? Because I've always heard about them, and folks have said that they are, and now people are saying, well, I understand the hand washing. I know that is a real deal. I don't know about the circular urinals, though. All right, Larry's going to finish it up out of Pulaski. Hey, Larry, what's up?
Yes, sir. I was talking about when I started at school in 49.
Yes, sir.
Our bathrooms were 500 yards from the school. They were made out of wood, big hole in the ground. There were 3 seats and 1 wooden urinal.
And if you didn't watch it, you get a snake on you.
Spider.
Yeah.
I'm scared to go in there. But I just wanted to tell you that. I hope y'all have a good day. Y'all are very, very good.
Hey, thank you, Larry. I appreciate the telephone call. You're right on target, buddy. Yeah, back in the day, it was a different world back then. I understand it. A lot of things have changed. A lot of things have gotten worse. A lot of things have gotten better. TB says you sounded just like Mark. I do a pretty good Mark Levin, my friend. What are you, a dope?
Do the Mr. Producer one. That one's funny.
Mr. Producer. Are you going to screen the telephone? Mr. Producer. What are you, a dope? From the great state of Tennessee, Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Go! 7 WTN, winding down our week together. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for being a part of the radio station. I so love you and value you, and I do appreciate you. I even like Jackson on occasion. Mr. Williams, what do you plan on doing this weekend besides a bunch of nothing?
Football.
Foosball this weekend?
It's already started.
Oh, yeah, it has started. You became distracted about 20 minutes ago,
yep.
I think. Why is that?
Indiana, Oregon on the TV in here.
Yeah. And what has happened thus far? For those away from their televisions, give them the report.
First play, pick 6. Indiana up 7-0. Oregon's driving, though. This is going to be good.
Well, I certainly hope so. A lot of you are like-minded with me, and you do not believe that this lady is actually real. Believe it or not, it is real. Her name is Sheriff Bilal. She is a Philadelphia sheriff. I don't know what that means, but the Philadelphia sheriff, Rochelle Bilal, said that ICE agents are fake law enforcement and that she would arrest them for enforcing federal immigration law in her jurisdiction. I would love to see her try. It is, yes, I agree with you, 24-15, one of the most asinine speeches I've ever heard. It is not, obviously she's not speaking proper English. Obviously, this woman, I don't know what her credentials are, but I would love to sit down with her and glean her knowledge of law enforcement and her knowledge of the federal government and immigration and customs enforcement. I would love that. But we'll leave that for another day. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you are able to spend time with family and friends. I hope your football team wins. I don't have one in the fight. So, I can say that without reservation or without caveat. Until next time, enjoy your weekend, folks. We're back bright and early on Monday morning with Nashville's Morning News and Dan Mandis. Chris Hand after that, Chad Benson, and before you know it, there's the Matt Murphy Show on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Until then, have a wonderful weekend. Hug your loved ones. So long, everybody.